So, 1st of November 2020 of the Gregorian calendar, 4 days from now, it will be, remember the 5th of November, Thursday, the day we go again into lockdown. Is this a trick or a treat? Wow, people. Hmm. I've tried to do this video 2 times now. This is the third time I'm trying to do the video because it's not been coming across in the right way. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe the energy is trying to block the flow. But no, no. Let's be honest. Let's be honest with what's happened this year. Let's start with the fact that in March there was going to be a peace march, get it? In my home city of Nottingham, a lot of my brothers was trying to stop the gang violence and the I'm trying to pattern disrupt this hood beef and stop the next generation of youths from going out killing each other. You see, I haven't seen a prime minister since I was born do anything really productive to try and stop that. None of them. Not one. And it looked like, Mr. Johnson was waiting for these guys to get together in Nottingham for the virus to hit that whole group and then say, let's have a lockdown. Because the joke is, I had a big argument with my elders in that group in Nottingham over whether they should march or not because of this COVID-19 and made them stop. And literally a couple of days later, the Prime Minister comes and says, oh, actually, we are going to go into a lockdown. And this is where Mr. Johnson now goes under the biggest scrutiny: microscope, telescope, binoculars, the whole shebang. You're on the TV screen, my blood. There is nothing you can say or do that we cannot see. Like before you became the Prime Minister, when you was up to your crap, Mr. Johnson, when we went into a lockdown, you had no testing apparatus for this thing that we apparently had contracted from China, as the world says. And it took for you to get until August, July to start doing this thing properly and start testing people. Now, my whole thing is this, I had chicken pox when I was a little boy. My whole school had chicken pox. The whole primary school at one point had chicken pox. We all went through it. All of my cousins. I'm pretty sure the statistics is quite high for the number of people who had chicken pox, who have been through chicken pox. I'm pretty sure almost everyone in Great Britain born in this country gets this thing. What's my point? By the time you started testing everyone, we had already caught this new flu that you call coronavirus, COVID-19, whatever title you want to put on the stupidness. Yeah, right. But then I remember a report coming out from the lady who created the test who said, I did not create my test to test for COVID-19, so that's fake. Okay, then. So all of a sudden now, you're testing for something, and in your testing for this thing, you're using something that can't test for it. And then the numbers are going up. So if we all caught this new through, let's be hypothetic for a moment. Let me throw your gang sign up. This is your gang sign, Mr. Johnson. Yeah, right. Let's be hypothetic for a moment, Mr. Johnson, and say that everyone caught this flu by February. We'd all been like it's already in England. By April, it's already been contagious because by the time you gave everyone a lockdown, it was already contagious. Like literally, everyone already caught a whip of it, and excuse me, come through to the summer, come through to the autumn. It's spun around again twice, come back. Apparently, well, No, you just started testing everyone. But imagine no one had been tested for this thing in 2018. Someone did get tested for it by the same testing apparatus and they had the same result. Positive. What conclusion would we have? That we already had it and we've already been surviving. So you're wasting our time because so many youths die from street crime and all you do is talk about it and put more police in the streets and do nothing to help the youth clubs. You have spent so much money this year, and 10 years ago your peer David Cameron was in charge. You was a backbencher, side bencher, front bencher, whatever you was. You was sitting on the bench like Drake, my lord, and you did nothing to help those 30 youth workers who lost their jobs in Nottingham because you was just the mayor of London. But you put lots of bicycles on the streets in London. Yeah, so 30 youth workers lost their jobs, but all of the banks made money because there was bicycles on the streets that they were maintaining in the contract. Yeah. Your track record precedes you, Mr. Johnson. It's disgusting. It's literally disgusting. Those real people who were helping young people to not get into crime, that were, the young girls who go through some serious traumas that don't get highlighted in the news because it is really personal. That's what a lot of youth workers protect in our country. Those privacies that you guys in 10 Downing Street with your law making, apparently statute making selves, say you care for. And because you're professionals, you can't be emotionally attached to the people that you serve. That's the biggest downfall of society today. That there is no emotional attachment anywhere. Why? Because emotions are dangerous. I get that. But also, if you don't have an emotional attachment to the people you serve, you will not serve their interests. This is why China does so well, and most of the people just kind of get it. We know better than you. You're gonna do what we say, and we're gonna be the strongest power on earth. Oh my God, these guys are scaring the Americans. Let's just shut up. And yeah, bully tactics, and now you want to do it in Great Britain. No, 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 no. That's what Mr. Smith said to Neo in The Matrix, and I'm Neo, and you're Mr. Smith, and I'm saying it to you. No. I'm gonna go through that door, Mr. Architect. I ain't going that way with you. Bye. See you tomorrow. Great Britain, on the 5th of November, where we normally have a bonfire night, we're about to go back into a national lockdown for 4 weeks. This is twice as long as the first one. Did you just see that mathematics? Numerology is deep. Oh, yeah, that's what it is. That's why Instagram locked me down. Because I spoke about this before the Prime Minister did. I said, these idiots are going back into lockdown. And most of my friends probably started thinking I'm stupid and all of this stuff. And I always gone mad again. But look, we're going back into lockdown. I told you people we was going back into lockdown. In fact, I'm using an iPhone now. Call my sister in New York and ask her. I said to her, sis, can you imagine if Apple makes a phone in September 2006 when Apple was making a phone? And I had no idea Apple was making a phone because unless you worked in Cupertino, California, what they call Silicon Valley, you would have had no idea that Apple was in the middle of making a phone. And so when January 2007, rest in peace, Steve Jobs, goes on, the Apple conference and says, hey, we've just created something. Bam! My sister calls me from New York, like, bro, can you, did it, Apple made the phone that you was talking about? I'm like, what you on about, sis? She said, you remember you said, imagine if Apple makes a phone, they made the phone. And I was like, what? I had no memory, no recollection of what she was talking about. Then I went and sat and watched the actual conference, and I was blown away. Like, oh my gosh, Apple actually made the phone, and everything I said they was going to do, they did. So there, Mr. Johnson. You can't do anything, bruv. I already know. You can't hide. None of your friends, in fact, tell your friends that hide over there, I know. And I'm not the only one who knows. And the other guys who know, I don't even chat to them. I don't know them. They don't know me, but they know too. It's deep because, you know, this is Great Britain. There's a Church of England that's segregated from the Vatican and this Bible stuff that you guys give us and all of that. You guys talk about this thing called God in that Bible that you forced upon us, you know, and that thing that you call God, we call it the source or the creator. That thing, you forget about that thing sometimes. So I'm just here to give you a message from that non thing that you call the God, the source, the creator. That thing sent you a warning, not me. I'm just a messenger. So lick me down if you want that guy that got kicked into the well from 300. But yeah, Sparta still fell. And it took for the other Greeks to come and rescue, you know, whatever it is, whatever. That story there. Yeah, so you could do that to me if you want to, but it will be worse for you because you can't actually do that to me. Nope. You know why? Because from I came on this earth, all I have done is defended this country. Because I was born here. So, you know, half of my Jamaican family shams me and says, "Yeah, foreigner." Even when I tell them I'm Jamaican, they say, "Yeah, foreigner." Do you know what that means? They call me a foreigner, Mr. Johnson, because I was born here in this country. So you can't tell me I'm not British. And I will tell you, well, I'm British Jamaican. Shut up. You can't fool me. I'm a maroon by blood. What does that mean? That means that in 2002, when they crowned me the dancehall king in Nottingham, I had more power than Elizabeth in Buckingham Palace, and I had no idea. Oops, too much secrets. No, it's not a secret. Go and ask 3,500 people in Nottingham who they crowned the dancehall king in 2002. They had no idea. None of us did. You had no idea because the creator of the universe is way more powerful than you little atoms. Because that's what we are. We're just atoms to the creator of the universe. We may be billions of atoms to ourselves scientifically, but to the creator of the universe, me and you, Mr. Johnson, I'm just an atom and you're just an atom. All I can do is make one water molecule, and that's the same about you and every member of that team that you serve that is, you know, going on with the evil that you're going on with. It's sad that on the 5th of November for the last X hundred years, you know, Parliament has made it a duty to scare the children into not revolting against them. And now look. It's terrible, Mr. Johnson. I don't know. I don't know. I'm praying for peace means I don't want you to die. I don't want none of your friends to die. I don't want no one in the streets to die. I don't want no children to die. But I can't stop death because I'm not God. I'm just a human being praying for peace. And the only way we as humans can accomplish peace amongst ourselves is to be peaceful with each other. And that starts with being honest and giving love. So you have to respect and love the individuals around you first. So don't expect it, give it. And unfortunately, Boris, you and your friends have been so disrespectful for the last 10 years. In fact, I was born 85. And 5 years before I was born, you guys took over, and it started then. It probably was even before then, too. It's sad. Well, you've now forced us out of EU. We're in the middle of a lockdown. Again, thanks to you, you have done nothing to help us because, like I said in my angry rant, the guys in China got them Ghostbuster packs out and started spraying foam all over the floors and cleaning up the streets because apparently there was something called COVID-19 that was killing people in China. That's what you guys say. Okay? What did you do, Boris? What did you actually do? I'm going to wait because we're Great Britain and we're not being attacked and we're okay. And I'm sorry, guys, we're going to have to lock down for 2 weeks. And just don't worry, just wash your hands and cover your face and just sit down and wait. I will give you money. Wait 1 minute. Is this the money, the reparation money that when we marched from Brixton to 10 Downing Street and said we want reparation money? You think this is the reparation money payout, Mr. Johnson? Oh, wait, you didn't have reparation money 10 years ago, 5 years ago, 2 years ago. Last year when we came to you, you didn't have this money, Mr. Johnson. 10 years ago when your friend David Cameron took over, you know, we lost 30 youth workers in Great Britain. They get paid £30,000 a year, not even. And you guys could not afford to pay them. That's what you said. In fact, I put a lot of the blame on Tony Blair and Gordon Brown for that crap too, because they had the run of the country between John Major and David Cameron. You know? But you, Mr. Johnson, now, you're interesting because you've been the foreign affairs minister this whole time we've been going through this Brexit stuff. Seeing, so what was you actually negotiating that whole time? You know how scary you are? You're just as scary as Theresa May. Yeah, she was the Home Secretary for like 20 years before she became Prime Minister. Stick a pin. No one actually voted for her. You're scary because you jumped in and said, I'll take a side of the EU. Watch what I do. I put bicycles in London. And everyone thought, yeah, he could do it. He could do it. Who wanted Brexit and voted for you. Otherwise, you would have got no votes. If you had any other political plight, Mr. Johnson, you would not be our Prime Minister. Let's be real. Go and ask the bookies. Yeah, mates. Yeah. The wicked part about Theresa is most people who got deported for 20 years up until she became Prime Minister, it was her signature on that paperwork. You can't become a police officer, a teacher, a firefighter, a nurse, well, basically, yeah, a judge, nothing, a security guard without Theresa May's signature. So for the last 20 years, in fact, you know, the Home Office also runs birth certificates, death certificates, not to mention the horrible immigration word. It's disgusting. Ugh. So she knows everyone. But no one voted for her. She's like the guy that created MySpace. No one was his friend. It's a sad place to be, I know. I love you, Theresa, but you're just horrible. Because you deported a lot of people for no reason. And you did nothing good. Nothing good. I'm honest, Theresa, you did nothing good. What did you do for the use of Great Britain in your tenure? Other than say you did negotiate in Brexit. What did you do as a Home Office Secretary to help the youths of Great Britain? I'm trying to figure it out. To actually help people. Boris, what did you do? What did David do? David took £25 million to Jamaica to go and build a prison. He did not go to Jamaica and give them £25 million and say, hey, upgrade your schools. Please bear in mind, there was, you know, what the Attorney General